Hey dancers, having trouble getting your legs up as high as you want with your extensions and kicks? I'm going to show you how to test to find out what's actually holding you back right now. So the first thing we're going to do in our test is assess the difference between your passive motion, that means just how much flexibility is in the hip, versus your active motion. That is how much your muscles can control that motion. Now, I don't have the most hip flexibility, but you do these tests on yourself and we'll be able to interpret the results for you. One of the easiest things to start with is laying down on your back, making sure all of your body is still except the leg we're testing. In this position, we're going to use a stretching strap, a rope, a dog leash, a towel, or a friend, something to lift the leg as high as it'll go without losing position at the knee, the other leg. Now I know, this is not impressive on myself. You'll go as high as you can without losing those positions. That is your passive motion. How much motion your hip has. Now, we will take away the strap and we will do an active test. If the motion is dramatically different, we already can start to say the difference is how much you need to gain strength to get your muscle to your passive motion. Now, I don't want you to stop with just laying down. That is only one step of the process. What we need to do is we need to see if those results are different when you're standing. So once you've been able to test laying down on the ground, I also want you to pay attention to a few other things. Are you feeling pulling? Is that pulling on the back of the leg, or is that pulling on the front or in the hip? Are you feeling pain deep in the hip joint? Are you getting cramping anywhere down on the thigh? All of these different things help paint a picture of what is actually limiting you and your leg height. Now keep paying attention to all those same things we paid attention to when you're laying down. Find somewhere standing where you can fully support yourself. You can even lean against a wall so your body is perfectly straight, good posture, you'd like it, and dance. Then use our stretch strap, dog leash, rope, etc. and see how high you can get the leg without losing position anywhere else. You might have to adjust a few times to find out where you hold it to make sure you can test your height. Okay, that again, we are finding what your passive motion is. How much motion can that hip joint get? I don't want you to try for your max stretch. I want you to see what you can comfortably get to without cheating anywhere else in the body. Next, hopefully you guessed it, we're going to do the same thing using only your muscles. Okay, so we're checking the active motion now. Is there a difference with your hand? Are you getting more than a little difference? If so, you don't need to stretch. We know your hip has the motion. We need the strength to fill in that difference. But one more step to this testing process. Now take your hand off. So we're balancing using our body support and do the same thing. How high did you get? If that dramatically changed things, we might actually not have just a hip strength deficit. That's when some of these other things might come in, like our balance, our pelvic control, our core work, etc. So what we just showed you is how to test passive versus active motion. If you want to find out what to do with those results, tune in for our next video or subscribe to our email series below. It's a 4-part email series where we dig deep into everything going on with getting your legs higher. We're going to explain the muscles you need to work, what's going on if you're gripping or pinching, deep dive into these results to test what to do and common myths, and then we're also going to show you progression, how to take exercises and keep getting results week after week after week. Your legs are getting higher and higher, you're getting more comfortable, and you're standing out in dance. Subscribe below, leave a reply if you need anything, and come back for more. Happy dancing!